They're waiting the smoke. 20 seconds, you know. Looks like an A execution, but actually they want to go vent with the bomb and to go with Starry. Hello guys, it's shox. Today we're gonna review the match between FaZe and Lynn Vision in the Major of Budapest during the stage 1. So both teams actually played on Nuke, and I'm gonna explain you some mistakes teams did that I don't want you to do, so you're gonna upgrade your Nuke. Let's check it out right now. So first, we're gonna talk about the pistol round for Lynn Vision. Actually, the pistol round for Lynn Vision was pretty good. It's a pistol round that is not easy to do because they're gonna play based on information, you know? It's not like a tunnel vision calls. So here, Emilia is in the hat trying to see if he can get the timing towards A, while his team is going towards secret. Twist is dying on main. Westmelon want to take the main, so he's taking the space, and they're going secret, but they're not pushing secret, which is a really good thing because they know they killed main. Emilia knows it's not pushing lobby right now, so maybe there are more towards B. There are only 3 towards secret, but then of course Westmelon see another guy under heaven, so then it means maybe B is 3, you know. So this is why now they are going towards B. So it's really based on information. So I think that was really nice, really good, and it caught off guard FaZe, as FaZe didn't really understand what Lynn Vision was doing. So I wanted to show you that the best rounds, a lot of time in CS, it's not always like blind calls where you're just doing a call in freeze time, but it's really like playing on information. And as you can see, this is something you can also do in pistol round. This is a really interesting round from Lynn Vision, but were not well executed. So first, they are doing diagonal wall of smoke. Pretty standard on Nuke, okay. Nothing special, taking some space, waiting for the city to blast so they don't have that much information. Okay, 2 on the silo. And then they are throwing that smoke, you know, who is gonna pop up. And honestly, that phase is pretty good and cool surprise. But there is 2 problems here. The problem of this smoke they are throwing on the heaven can be a good idea, but they can see it way too much. This is why Brocky is actually rushing under heaven, because he knows that he can see what's happening. That's the problem with that smoke. And here, right now, there should be another flash, okay? To actually rush Brocky to make sure he's gonna get blind and then to take the space on him. But there is no more flash here, so it's too easy for Brocky to collect. He's talking about Carrigan, you know, he's main and he's shot. So they should have the information there is a city towards main. And I don't know why, but no one is gonna actually check him, you know, just look. No one is checking him, and even when Westmelon is going back, I don't know why he doesn't even imagine that he's on the left. So if you don't want to fight men, then you want to actually jump more further, you know, to do really a big jump to go under heaven, and so the main guy can't see you. But here, they are not jumping deep enough, and it's too easy for Carrigan to get some kills. But overall, that tactic, I think if it's better executed, it can be actually really strong. 4-2. The Vision is throwing a wall of smoke, diagonal, as usual, throwing another wall of smoke, okay? The problem with that second wall of smoke was the first one was a diagonal. It means, okay, the first one was a fake, okay? And now we are playing for real. And with that wall of smoke here, for sure, you only want to play secret. So it's too easy for FaZe to read that. So I would suggest you, if you're doing 2 wall of smoke, which is good to avoid like the HE blast and stuff, try to fake what you want to do on the second one, okay? Because cities will always think and imagine that the second one is where you want to go. And because of the fact that it's really slow, it's 50 seconds, and they are just fighting towards secret, like Jacob and Twist is already like taking the fade door and cleaning the lobby. If the T's can go secret, one of the options you have is to actually push the lobby. It's mainly to have more information, because either they're gonna be in front of you, okay, so you have the information they want to play A and it was a fake, and so if the lobby is clean, you understand that basically the T's want to play B by going secret. Emilia is a bit like not that much aware about that, you know, it could have been scary. I want you to know that if the city push lobby when you are like somewhere towards secret, it means you have to push. If when Emilia dies, they go fast secret, then only Frozen will be on B. Okay, that makes sense? FaZe is actually playing like a pretty good game because since the start of the game, Lynn Vision is actually playing a lot towards secret. And now it's 6-2. So what a team is gonna do when they try to do one thing one time, 2 times, 3 times, then after they're just gonna change. And FaZe is anticipating this. So this is why they adapt their defense with Brocky and Jacob being close hats, Kerrigan main, and Frozen cross ramp. So they are really ready to crunch the lobby, and as soon as the smoke pops outside, as you can see with Starry, this is the timing, as I told you just before, to actually crush that lobby. And Lynn Vision is absolutely not ready for that, and as soon as Brocky is getting the first kill, then what are they doing now? Like, FaZe know about it. Still, one thing that was interesting from Lynn Vision is since Starry is gonna have all secret and he can see that he has the space, they do understand that B might be clear and there are gonna be a lot of people towards A. So they're trying to come back to him by a vent drop. As I'm waiting this for 20 seconds, you know. Looks like an A execution, but actually they want to go vent with the bomb and to go with Starry. So this is nice, it's a good move. It's just a bit too late. 15 seconds is too late to do a vent drop. It's really hard. I would say after the minute can be really strong because a lot of time the CTs, when there is a lot of nades like this on A mid-run, they will think that you just want to hit A and they won't be ready for a vent drop. You know, this is not really something common. So keep it in mind because that's a good idea. Here, Lynn Vision wants to do a wall of smoke outside. They want to fake and they want to hit A. The problem is they have no one towards outside, making more pressure. And look at Brocky here. He actually have all the information, as you can see, towards outside, so he knows no one is coming. So it means like there are 3A, Kerrigan, Twist, and Jacob, and it's just too hard for Lynn Vision to go out. If you want to do that type of fake, always have at least one player towards outside, making sure they don't have the information. It means like the city need to think that you could be secret, so they need to do a rotation. Interesting run from Lynn Vision. Doing 2 blasts on the smoke is really nice because it's usually the timing, like if the T's want to go, like it's really hard to avoid like 2 blasts. And then FaZe is doing the same problem as Lynn Vision with no pressure outside. Then Lynn Vision knows he's gonna probably hit A, almost 4 on that run, which is really, really nice. But they're still gonna lose the run. The problem with this is the positioning, okay? You can't do this fight they are doing towards heaven. It's way too hard. All the fights you have you're gonna have on T-Vent, you know, these fights are really like T-sided. If they are doing some flash, some money, some smoke, you can do everything. Sometimes when you are the backup guy, you can be a heaven, but when you have the timing, please don't stay heaven. Take the space, go down on site, because it's really hard for the teams to come and to check you and to clean you. You know, it can take a lot of time and you can win a lot of time and doing a lot of crossfires. Imagine if these 2 guys directly go down, then it will be really harder for FaZe to actually win the round. Alright guys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed that review. I hope you're learning more on Nuke. So I hope it helps you. See you next time for the next analyze.